Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm so happy that you're here. I apologize for my voice or my face this morning. I literally just woke up and this video needs to go up today, so like chop chop, have to get it done, have to get it filmed and edited and put up, so it's first thing in the morning. I also woke up with an extremely sore throat. It was sore yesterday, but it is worse today, and like this whole side of my head and like I don't know what you would call it, but like all of this over here is really congested, so I'm just having issues. I'm drinking my hot tea, so I'm sorry if you see that throughout this video. Anyways, I have another house update for you guys, and this one's pretty exciting. Not as exciting as the last one, because in the last one you found out that we got accepted, our offer got accepted on that house, but this one is still pretty exciting in my opinion. If you haven't seen my other two house updates, I highly recommend watching those first. There's a lot of information in there and it'll flow a lot better if you watch those before this video. So I will have those linked down below if you want to go watch those and then come back to this one. But a quick recap, in my last house update video, I told you guys that we put an offer in on our absolute favorite house and our offer was accepted. So from that point on, we have been in escrow. We've been signing documentation. Pretty much that's all we've been doing. Just every couple days or so, there's something new that we have to sign, either from the broker or from the realtor, or just there's just lots of things that end up having to be signed. And that's not even all of it. We have to sign like actual paper in person coming up on the day that we are supposed to get the keys. So there's just a lot of paper we've been doing day to day. Not really much has been happening, except we had to get the house appraised. For those of you who don't know like what an appraisal is, it's basically when someone goes into the home and they tell you what the actual value of the house is. So I'm just gonna give you guys numbers because I'm honest with you guys and I'm not scared to talk about money really with you guys. I like to be transparent, and I think it's okay for you to know how much our house is gonna be worth, because I feel like it's a very average number and I'm kind of proud of it, so I feel okay sharing that with you guys. So the house originally was put on the market for $310, and we offered $310 because we wanted to be sure that we got the house, and we gave them the best offer, so they accepted it for $310. Well, we got the house appraised over this past week and it appraised for only $300, so they basically put it on the market for $10,000 over what it's even worth. And our realtor went back and did some research and looked at all of the houses in the neighborhood and was looking at what those sold for, and those all sold between $295 and $305, so the house was definitely overpriced. And the thing about an appraisal, for those of you who don't know how it works, so like I said, we originally were offering $310. The house is only worth $300. So because of that, a leasing company will only give you as much as the house is worth. So we were going to have to pull an extra $10,000 out of our pocket to pay up front for the house because it's only worth $300 and we were supposed to pay $310. So that extra $10,000 we were going to have to pay up front. And we just felt like that wasn't worth it, nor was it fair, because the house clearly isn't worth that much, so why would we pay that much for no reason? So our realtor wrote up an addendum for us, which is just like an add-on to a contract if you don't know what an addendum is. So he added on that we were actually changing our offer amount to the $300 to match what the appraisal said and to match the prices of the houses in the neighborhood, which we felt like was very fair. And our realtor said it's definitely the smartest thing to do. So we sent that over to them last week right after we had the appraisal, and just this morning they signed and accepted. So not only are we getting basically our dream house at the moment, but we're also getting it for $10,000 cheaper, which in the grand scheme of things, $10,000 is nothing when you're looking at $300,000, but it's still so cool that it's $10,000 less now, which is going to make our monthly payments less. It's going to make our PMI less. It's just really cool. And it's even better because we were still going to be within our budget at the $310, and now that we're at $300, we just know we have more wiggle room, and it's just really exciting that everything is playing out exactly how it should. And me and Zachary keep joking, it's because Mercury's out of retrograde, but like all of these good things happened while Mercury was in retrograde, and now more good things are happening even though it's out of retrograde. And I don't know if I believe in all that planet stuff, but I'm just excited. And this is really cool. So that's basically the big news, but there's still other stuff I want to talk about because I know a lot of you are interested in how this process looks. Again, I'll make an entire video about it from beginning to end once we're completely done, but for now I'm just giving you guys some updates. So they signed the papers this morning for the appraisal, so now we are going to pay $300 for the house instead of $310. Another thing we've run into is our leasing agent wanted additional documentation from Zachary. They wanted proof that we had sent over the earnest money. Now, earnest money is basically a down payment that you make. It's part of your closing cost, part of your down payment, but it's money you have to send over pretty much immediately after an offer is accepted, just so that they know you're serious and you have the funds. So we had to send over our earnest money, and our leasing agent needed proof of that. So Zachary had to send over documentation proving that we did send over the earnest money. And usually earnest money, depending on the price of the house or just how the leasing agents work, it can be anywhere from like $2,000 to $5,000, I'm assuming. Ours was $3,000, so that's going to go towards our down payment of the house. So it's not like you're spending extra money, you're just kind of breaking up your money into different sections. So you're still going to end up paying the same amount at the end, but you're just paying some more, some now and some later, if that makes sense. So we've already paid $3,000 down on the house is basically what that means. Another thing that we did, I talked briefly about our solar panels in the last video because the house does have solar panels, and with that comes some additional paperwork as well because we have to sign a contract with the solar company, sort of like if you were signing with NV Energy, but it's a little bit different because it's different. It's like a solar company. So they have to run our credit. I don't know why, because we're not signing up for a credit card or anything with them, but they have to run our credit in order for us to fully have their service, I guess. So they're going to be doing that this week, which we know you're not supposed to run your credit when you're in escrow, but it has been approved by our leasing agent because it's something that has to be done in order for us to get the house. We have to get the solar company to approve us. So they're going to be running our credit this week for that. And then we just have to sign some papers with them saying, we accept, their company and all of that stuff. Basically super simple, just to ensure that we have the solar panels. And this is going to be short and sweet, I guess. The last thing is that I told you guys our closing date is December 17th. Now with that, there's a couple, ifs, maybes, or buts, because we're so far along. We're so far ahead. Today's November 25th, and pretty much everything is done already. So that leaves us with still over 2 weeks, basically 3 weeks. Actually, it's 3 weeks from tomorrow until we're supposed to get the keys, but everything's been pretty much done. So it can go one of two ways. If the sellers are ready to move sooner and if everything is smooth and everything looks good, we are able to move up the closing date to something sooner, which would be so exciting. But if that's not the case, that's totally fine. The 17th is the date that we are supposed to actually go down and physically sign a bunch of papers. Like it's the big move. You actually go and sign papers in person. I'll definitely vlog that for you guys as much as I can. I don't know how much personal information I can or cannot share, but December 17th is the day that we're supposed to do that. In my head, I was thinking, if we're signing papers that day, we're for sure getting our keys that day. Like, that's just the day that everything is happening. But we spoke with our realtor the other day, and he said that's the day we sign papers. We may not get the keys until the 18th, which it's one day. It's fine. But I just wanted to let you guys know that and clear that up. So 17th we're signing, 18th we may get the keys, but we may get the keys on the 17th. But if everything goes in our favor and turns out even better, we can do all of that process even earlier, maybe like a week earlier or something. So that's my house update for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I'll be responding to all the comments about it. I'm very excited. I know a lot of you guys are excited, which is so sweet. You guys are so supportive and excited with me. Yeah, there probably won't be many more updates to come. I'm hoping I don't have to have any updates because I feel like any more updates would probably be a bad thing. But hopefully the next house video is us actually signing the papers and getting the keys. That would be so much fun. I can't wait to do my empty house tour. I can't wait to clean the house. I'm so excited. So anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I'll have the other two house update videos linked down below in case you want to go watch those. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!